No, I remember it was in the year 1990 or 1991, so almost 35 years ago, when our computer science teacher, I was at that time still in school, in high school, when our computer science teacher gave us an assignment and we were to read an article and to summarize it. The name of the article, I darkly remember, was something called like Social Issues in a Cybernetic Society. It's a very, I don't know, long title. It was basically social issues in a computerized, networked society. And yeah, back 35 years ago, of course, there were lots of bright people around who kind of tried to predict the future of computing. And even at that time, we could already foresee that computers are going to become more powerful and also smaller. So let's turn the time forward a little bit. And how is the future going to look like? Well, in this article described a future, and it was our task, again, to read it and to summarize it. And I remember that this article caused quite a bit of a discussion among us students and also with the computer teacher that was teaching us at that time. Well, what was the article about? Well, the article described a future in which everyone's going to carry around a computer all the time. That's possible because the computers become smaller and smaller and smaller. Computers will also be integrated into clothing, so functional clothing. This is also something that they already projected. And they also said is with those computers that you carry around, you will be able to communicate with other people. You're also going to be able to retrieve information that you need. Yes, for example, you can also do your shopping list on this computer. And of course, what they have already done 35 years ago, they projected the mobile phones. And let's not forget, this was 1990, 1991. The World Wide Web was actually released in 1995. So it was around 5 years before the internet, the World Wide Web, at least, became known. So, and what was the discussion? Well, we students did not like a future like this, honestly. Almost a little bit difficult to imagine, but we did not like a future in which we were so controlled or dependent on technology. And we were studying computer science, so we actually were the geeks, and we kind of rejected this type of future. And I do remember this one of the girls in my classroom, saying, "Well, actually, I don't want to do my shopping list on such a computer, on a mobile phone, as we would say now, because it doesn't have to be perfect. It's part interesting take. It's part of the shopping experience to also sometimes forget about things to buy." It's a very interesting take, right? You just do it on paper, and it's not going to be perfect. Maybe you're going to forget about things, and that's part of the shopping experience, right? And why would you do a shopping list on a computer, on a mobile phone? So the irony of the situation is I don't remember ever doing a shopping list on my mobile phone. I still am using paper, but maybe that's a little bit beside the point. The idea is we do not want to become dependent on such a technology to that extent. We don't want to become so technical. Now basically this is where we are right now. Everyone is using a mobile phone, right? And we don't want to miss it. Right, I think it's kind of fascinating and also interesting to see how in one hand the prediction of the future was quite correct, right? Everyone's carrying around now a computer all the time. And we can retrieve information, communicate with other people, but what we did not foresee actually that this is a pretty cool development that we have, with all of the problems that social media and so on, of course, have, right? And I kind of imagine this a little bit in a similar way, maybe also with AI and other technologies that we're now just starting to experience. Right now, we might be a little bit afraid and worried. Oh my gosh, AI is going to cost jobs, and it's going to, and sure, this is probably going to happen. But probably we're now also, just like at that time, maybe more afraid. And then once the whole thing has established itself, we're going to just I don't know, maybe start just embracing it and using it, and we're not going to be questioning it again. I mean, just yesterday I heard and read on YouTube and on online media and so on that a company has now started to create AI actors. So it's not even necessary to pay actors, because you have just an AI computer generated AI actor, right? And I'm thinking maybe in the future, well, what will our role as teachers be? I'm a teacher, right? Will we teachers be replaced by a personalized teacher that's able to teach just in your own learning style maybe, and the way that you prefer to be taught. And yeah, maybe you can even configure your teacher, your favorite teacher, yeah, on your app on your mobile phone, and then yeah, just the way that you want it. I think yeah, maybe I mean that should already be possible, but of course we don't know yeah, to what extent this will also be then accepted by the students and the society. But so I think it's quite well possible, right, that these things will happen. So basically what I want to just share with you is not just a story of over 35 years ago, but a little bit yeah, I would say the wonder that I'm wondering a little bit is how we ourselves, having been so critical at that time, have changed our view now, right? The future has arrived and we're starting to embrace it, and we're not afraid of it anymore, right? So that's just something I wanted to share with you. I wish you all the best, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.